El downtown de Washington, D.C. está lleno de personas que inundan las calles durante la hora del almuerzo buscando opciones buenas y rápidas. A mediados del 2000, los trabajadores de las oficinas del sector del área del Capitolio clamaban por mejores opciones de comida en la calle, con más variedad étnica, platos de la temporada y opciones saludables.
Hola.
¿Cómo estás?
Bien, ¿y tú?
Bien. ¿Qué vendes aquí?
Vendemos hamburguesas, perro calientes y steak sándwiches que lo llamamos pepitos venezolanos. Eso lleva maíz, lleva cebollita caramelizada, lleva cebolla, lleva papitas que son como chips. Okay. Y después tiene una salsa verde, tiene ketchup, tiene mostaza y tiene una salsa de mayonesa tipo tártara.
Farragut Square es el parque en donde de lunes a viernes se congregan decenas de food trucks que ofrecen una gran variedad de gastronomía tanto americana como extranjera, predominando la comida mexicana y asiática. Hoy en día, al menos unos 100 food trucks se estacionan en las calles de Washington, D.C. para ofrecer sus productos. ¡Qué rico! Soy Karina Correa. Me encanta viajar, cocinar y documentar todo lo que está a mi alrededor. Nací en Bogotá y muy pequeña me mudé a la ciudad de Nueva York. Desde entonces, la pasión por la comida y la aventura me han llevado a conocer sitios maravillosos. Ahora estoy de vuelta en Colombia y quiero compartir con todos lo mejor de la gastronomía estadounidense. I love Colombia and I love SaborUSA. Uno de los aspectos más maravillosos de Washington, D.C. es que tiene el complejo de museos más grande del mundo. Uno de ellos es el Instituto Smithsonian. Está integrado por 16 parques y edificios muy diferentes el uno del otro. 11 de ellos están en el centro de la ciudad, entre el edificio del Capitolio y el monumento Washington, bordeando un campo de césped muy grande conocido como el National Mall. Otros 4 museos y parques están ubicados en varios suburbios de D.C. El Instituto Smithsoniano fue fundado por James Smithson, un inglés que nunca puso un pie en América y que en 1829 donó más de $500,000 al gobierno de los Estados Unidos para crear un instituto para el incremento y la difusión del conocimiento entre los hombres. Alrededor de 1930, los monumentos en Washington, D.C. conmemorando a los grandes presidentes de los Estados Unidos tomaron fuerza. Uno de ellos es el monumento a Thomas Jefferson, el tercer presidente y uno de los padres fundadores de la nación, quizás el presidente más importante por haber sido el principal escritor de la Declaración de los Derechos de la Independencia. El diseño del edificio refleja las características de los edificios diseñados por Jefferson como el Monticello y la Rotonda, University of Virginia, que muestran su fascinación por la arquitectura romana. En su interior se exhibe una estatua de Jefferson con una altura de 6 metros y un peso de 5 toneladas, y las paredes están grabadas con pasajes de sus escritos. El monumento a Franklin Delano Roosevelt en el National Mall es uno de los más representativos de la época en la que este expresidente gobernó el país durante 4 periodos, en los cuales debió lidiar con la Gran Depresión de los años 30 y la Segunda Guerra Mundial. Este impresionante monumento está acentuado por una cascada y piedras talladas con varias de sus frases más célebres. piedra y agua se combinan en el monumento a Martin Luther King para simbolizar su mensaje de esperanza, justicia y democracia. Es el primer monumento en el área del National Mall de un hombre que no haya sido presidente de los Estados Unidos. La Casa Blanca, la residencia principal y el lugar de trabajo de todos los presidentes de los Estados Unidos desde 1800 cuando fue construida. Y yo tengo una cita muy especial con la chef ejecutiva de esta hermosa residencia en el restaurante más prestigioso de la ciudad de Washington, que se llama King's. I Love SaborUSA.
SaborUSA es una maravillosa experiencia que a través de la comida contribuye a fortalecer los lazos culturales entre Colombia y Estados Unidos. Estamos aquí para celebrar la cultura gastronómica de ambos países y promover alimentos y bebidas americanos como complemento de la cocina nacional.
El restaurante King's fue inaugurado en septiembre del 2015 y su propietario es el reconocido chef Eric Siebold, quien hoy acompañará a la chef ejecutiva de la Casa Blanca, Cristeta Comonfort, en nuestra cita gastronómica. But I'm honored to be here sandwiched between two amazing chefs. Thank you so much for sharing with me today's SaborUSA, guys.
Absolutely.
It's really, really my honor and pleasure. And I see a lot of beautiful ingredients. So you guys got to tell me what are we going to make and how are we going to make it?
Ladies first.
Okay, it's summer in Washington, D.C., and all of the farms between Virginia, Maryland, and even locally right here in the neighborhood, these are all just picked just this couple days ago. So this is the freshest vegetable that you could get for the summer.
Well, we're going to give you the pink-eye pea shucking project. So you're going to get at some point, go into these, and take all the little ones out of there.
Okay, I feel very honored to be given this task.
Sure.
And so I see a beautiful fish.
Yes.
Where's this fish coming from?
This is the Chesapeake rockfish, and Chef Eric just made sure that I get the local fish as much as possible. This is a wonderful, like a 3-pounder rockfish. So basically, I'm just gonna pan-sear this rockfish, and this is gonna be served with a wild rice salad with some wonderful sun-dried cranberries from Vermont, and then this wonderful pecans. So it's a very American, kind of like way of doing wild rice, but like in a cold form, like salad. So whenever it's super hot here in DC, it's something that, it's really easier to eat, like nice and refreshing and light.
And for you, Chef, now gentleman's time.
Yes.
So we're going to do a fun dish that we call Eastern Shore Barbecue.
Okay.
And we're going to take a ribeye steak that we get from Martin Ranch in Delaplane, Virginia. And we're going to rub it with Old Bay. And Old Bay is a regional spice that a lot of people put on their crabs. It's got paprika, it's got celery salt in it. But we've been cooking with it in many applications for a long time. Succotash is really, for me, the great American dish. Okay. Because as the European immigrants came to this country, it was a dish that they got introduced to by the Native Americans. And essentially it's a stew, a summer stew of corn and beans and peppers and okra. And with the zestiness of the steak, it's going to be a great dish.
Oh wow, these two are going to be kind of like a mountain and sea kind of mixture, right? But very local, very American, very traditional. So let's get to it.
All right.
Cristeta Comonfort entró a trabajar como ayudante de cocina en la Casa Blanca en 1995. Unos años más tarde, en el 2005, la primera dama, Laura Bush, abrió un proceso de selección para encontrar el nuevo jefe de cocina. Entre los 450 aspirantes se encontraba la chef Cristeta, quien logró obtener el preciado puesto y estar al frente de la cocina más importante de América.
Being a chef, it's a continuous studying and understanding food and relationships and people. And that's what kinship is all about, right? And that's how you came about with this restaurant.
I can't imagine something more challenging than cooking for a president and accommodating to their taste buds. How do you manage to do that?
I think, like in every cooking, because like you basically please your customer. Like in Chef Eric's restaurant, it's all about the people you're feeding. Granted that we're trained to do professional cooking with our classical training, it's still a matter of like, even though I've learned all of this thing, but it's knowing what the person likes, because it's the only way that I could speak food to them. Right. So it's really together with the culinary diplomacy program of the State Department, the whole idea is to give people food that would kind of like make them reminisce about their childhood, about their country, and it's really such a wonderful kind of like ambiance and feeling when you put people together and eat on one table and they have great conversations and they're eating this wonderful meal.
Cristeta es la primera mujer nominada a Chef Ejecutiva de la Casa Blanca. Desde hace 10 años, esta chef filipina satisface el paladar de las familias presidenciales, además de diseñar y preparar los eventos oficiales. Es un personaje muy conocido en los Estados Unidos por sus conferencias y apoyo a diversas causas solidarias. There's a misconception, perhaps, outside of the United States and especially in South America, that the U.S. is all about junk food.
America is a big country, and we're a relatively young country as far as food culture goes. And I think that most of the junk food culture sort of came to be because it was quick, it was easy, it was efficient, and people like it, and it's great to have some popcorn when you're going to see the football game. But I think what you're finding today is, people reverting back to doing more home cooking, people being much more conscious of what they're putting in their body and how that affects them.
Estoy totalmente de acuerdo con el chef Eric. Comer saludable es una costumbre cada vez más común. Los Estados Unidos tienen una mezcla muy variada al ser influenciado por inmigrantes de diferentes países, así que hay más opciones para elegir. La clave está en utilizar ingredientes de excelente calidad y así no hay forma de equivocarse, incluso si hablamos de comida rápida.
Everybody contributing to the beauty of the palette, of the colors, of the cuisine in America, and even produce. I remember like 20-some years ago when I started working in the business, you can't find cilantro or bok choy or anywhere just in a regular market. Yeah. Now you go to any markets, all of these wonderful goods are available because they know that, the influx of immigrants have contributed to this wonderful, kind of like different new products and new vegetables that are available here now.
We're going to put you on hold on beans for now. Okay. You got a lot. You're hired.
Okay.
Right, so we'll get to make sure that's on your station. If you want to get the okra trimmed up for me, just take the ends off. Okay. Like that.
I mean, I really don't understand how can you have this in this.
This came from the same plant
right.
that I bought.
I'll explain to you how. Yeah. It's hard being a farmer, and you've got to go out every day. And from here to here is about 2 days.
I cannot take my eyes off this beautiful rack of meat. I mean, it's really something. Where is this meat coming from?
Yeah, this comes from Delaplane, Virginia. So you go Route 66, about an hour and 15 minutes.
I'll be right back. It looks amazing. It's so beautiful. The marbling.
Wait till I cut into it. It's going to make you hungry.
It's really knowing the growers and the farmers and the people who take care of these things, because establishing a relationship with them, because you know how they grow things, you know how they treat their animals. So all of these things you take into consideration when you buy these things, because it's not just the product itself, it's how it's done and it's how it's grown.
Me siento muy afortunada de compartir con chefs de la talla de Cristeta y Eric. Cocinar con ellos y sobre todo entender el amor por su profesión y lo que significa preparar la comida saludable de una manera original y creativa es verdaderamente inspirador. I Love SaborUSA.
SaborUSA tiene productos de excelente calidad, como manzanas, carnes, arroz, maíz, vinos con todo el encanto californiano y soya, entre otros.
Seguimos en el restaurante Kingship con este super banquete 100% SaborUSA. La chef Cristeta está preparando un pescado fresco rockfish a la plancha con ensalada de arroz salvaje y verduras asadas. Mientras el chef Eric por su parte nos va a deleitar con un ribeye steak acompañado de maíz dulce, vegetales y puré de tomate ahumado con okra. Esto se ve espectacular y se me hace agua a la boca.
So we have our vegetables. You smoke these beautiful tomatoes in the hickory wood. And now this is the process in which we were making the jam?
Yeah. So I sweat some garlic. I put in a little bit of the tomato because I'm going to want some of it to cook down and get almost like a tomato sauce.
Okay.
So I've got the garlic, I've got the tomato, I've got a little bit of vinegar, and then I'm going to put a pinch of sugar in there as well.
Okay.
And I'm going to let that cook down, and then I'm going to add the rest of the tomatoes to it. And that way I won't have to cook that quite as long.
Okay, and then it'll have some chunky, it'll have some pieces of tomato
and so
there.
it'll have a little bit of sweet, it'll have a little bit of sour, it'll have a little bit of smoke. So it'll be a nice condiment, as Chris was talking about, the Asian condiments. It's going to be a nice American condiment.
Yeah. Nice. So here we have this culture clash. In the meantime,
Yes.
all the vegetables are roasting.
Right now.
But
And-
what is going into the bowl?
Yeah, this is for the wild rice salad. It's actually a very traditional American way of cooking wild rice. Like what I mentioned earlier, wild rice is not really from a rice family.
Okay.
It's wild grass. It's typically grown in the northern part of the United States. You could see it all the way from the east. It heads towards the Pacific Northwest. Canada has their own, kind of like wonderful wild rice as well. But Minnesota is known for its wonderful, wonderful wild rice. So what I have in the bowl in here are just some wonderful cranberries from Vermont, some southern pecans.
Delicious.
from
And the
southern
combination
part
of cranberries and pecans are delicious.
And from the garden, we just harvested some wonderful figs. So I'm just going to add some dice of figs between the fruits, the nuts, and the nuttiness of like the wild rice. It will be a great accompaniment for the fish later.
For the fish.
But this is good to mix ahead so that way like the flavor of the vinaigrette will kind of like meld in together with the rice. You don't want to toss it last minute. You want to at least toss it an hour before you're going to serve it. Or you could even do it the day before and then just leave it in the refrigerator. And it really helps if you're having a party at home. So these are the things that you could do ahead of time.
Okay, then you have some prep already done, and when it's time to serve, you're like,
yeah, and just kind of hang out with your guests, the whole time.
it gives you more time to hang out and share with your guests.
Recipes are just a guideline. Like for any chefs, we have our basic recipe. But of course, it's up to every chefs and cooks and home cooks in the world to kind of put in their own personality.
Their own personality,
Yeah, and then if you love cilantro, put cilantro in there. If you want chilies, it's really experimenting with food products and just taking from a basic recipe and making it your own.
Enhancing it. And this is already looking very beautiful.
Yeah. And then you saw the dressing that I made earlier. Very, very simple. So it's just the fig vinegar, just some shallots, some salt and pepper, and then we're just gonna like add it on there.
Kind of let it absorb,
Let it absorb
and
just
mix
really
together.
Mix together and like really. We taste food as it goes along, so if every layer of adding things, then we just kind of like taste it a little bit and then.
Wow.
Ir probando la comida mientras la preparamos es una ventaja más de los cocineros. Yo voy picando por aquí, por allí, por allá. Ustedes saben que no me puedo resistir al sabor USA.
I really learned a lot of my cooking, which a lot of chefs do anyway, from their mom.
Yes.
So, and she told me just taste it as you go along. There should be a little sweet, a little sour, a little salt, a little sugar. So it's
So everything in your mouth all your buds are stimulated.
Like you're like, oh, okay, now I get it. It took me a while to understand how do you get to that point. But I guess like the longer you deal with food, the more you cook, the more you use products, the more you understand how all of these combinations kind of work well.
Is that the same for you, Chef? Did your love for cooking started at home
Absolutely.
with Mom?
Yeah, my mom was a teacher, and so she finished at 3 o'clock, and we would have dinner every night as a family at 6 p.m. And a lot of times I would, spend time in the kitchen with my mom. Probably in part because I wanted to spend time with my mom. Probably in part because I wanted some snacks. And what better way to get in at ground level than be there when it's happening.
Es común pensar que la formación de un chef proviene de las mejores instituciones. Pero más allá de lo académico, me alegra escuchar a nuestros invitados decir que la mejor escuela es el hogar y no hay maestra alguna como nuestra propia madre. Cocinar es lo mejor cuando se hace con amor.
We should crown these beautiful dishes with some little flags that I brought.
Oh, yes.
It's something that it's just something customary that we do with our food because we love our flavor, we love SaborUSA, we love sharing it together, and thank you guys for cooking these amazing things. And you know what? You make it look so simple and so easy.
Well, we gave you the hard job. We gave you the shucking up the pink-eyed peas.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Wow, this is fantastic. I feel so honored.
Well, we're happy to have you.
Thank you guys. No, I'm excited
Thanks for coming and joining us today.
I think I may be coming back.
Definitely, yes.
Well, I can't wait to get Chris back in the kitchen.
Good. I'll do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'll come by.
I would like to propose a toast for this beautiful meeting. Thank you, Chef, so much for your generosity and your hospitality. Thank you so much. Thank you, Chef, for coming and cooking with us and teaching us and sharing all your secrets.
Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers to this.
Cheers.
Jam.
Good spice. Very good.
Oh,
The hickory.
yeah, and so this was a dish I did 2 years ago on Iron Chef Japan. Because it was Team USA versus Team Japan.
Oh wow,
And
you were
so I thought, what better way to not just represent myself as a chef, but really represent America.
I have a gift for both of you that I brought over here. It's just a little token to remember me by. I have a little SaborUSA bag and an apron.
So fantastic.
Because we want to do conscious shopping. And so it's just a little token and appreciation for.
Wow, awesome.
And then you have an apron inside.
An apron.
Yeah, I mean you can use it on the weekends when you guys are not working.
We never have enough aprons in the kitchen. I know that. So
So I have to have one for my daughter now because she likes to be in the kitchen with me.
Oh, okay.
How old is she?
We'll get
She's
you
2 and a
that.
half.
She's 2 and a half.
But she needs a mini apron.
Well, we'll roll it a couple times.
Okay, once again,
cheers to this amazing meal. Cheers to being in Washington. Cheers to being alive,
Thank
to
you.
enjoying this wonderful
Thank you so
food.
much. Thank you, Chef, for hosting us.
Absolutely.
Thank you so
Very nice
much.
taste.
No podría estar más agradecida con esta experiencia que me ha llevado a descubrir más lugares maravillosos, a revivir parte de la historia del país en el National Mall, recorriendo algunos de los monumentos que se encuentran allí, y sobre todo, haber conocido a los chefs Cristeta y Eric. Llevo conmigo su sencillez y la pasión con la que cocinan es simplemente gratificante. Me impulsa a seguir promoviendo y compartiendo con todos el sabor de los Estados Unidos. I Love SaborUSA. Soy Karina Correa. Me encanta viajar, cocinar y documentar todo lo que está a mi alrededor. Nací en Bogotá y muy pequeña me mudé a la ciudad de Nueva York. Desde entonces, la pasión por la comida y la aventura me han llevado a conocer sitios maravillosos. Ahora estoy de vuelta en Colombia y quiero compartir con todos lo mejor de la gastronomía estadounidense. I love Colombia and I love SaborUSA.